All right, guys, just left the house. Going up for a ride from my house up to Stub Stewart State Park via the Vernonia Trail. Let me hop off the bike and show you what I'm traveling with, just so you can see. This is at least I would think somewhere around a 40-mile trip. We are out on the Deer. Yeah, we're out on the Deer. We have the backup battery right here. We'll have to check on it a couple of times. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I think it's fine the way it sits. But we're taking the Magicycle Deer way up there. All right, so we got to take our normal route down here. Then we'll go over the banks, and then we'll go way up into there. This is somewhere between 35 and 45 miles. And then the next trip on this bike, or the heybike, one of the two, one of the long-range bikes that I have with spare batteries and stuff, will be probably to Vernonia. But I haven't rode the Deer in a minute, so let's just go out on this. So one of the other things I'll be doing is cutting in and out, so you won't always, you probably won't see the whole thing. And this is probably a two-part video, because this is probably a 3 or 3.5 hour ride. That's my guess anyway, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not in any rush, but it's a long ride. I'm not gonna go just 3 miles an hour or 5 miles an hour or 8 miles an hour. But certainly this isn't one that I'm doing kind of comparing distances, because I'm pedaling. We know what this bike does, throttle only. This bike, throttle only, on my weight, goes somewhere around 27 miles an hour on one, or 27 miles on one battery. So you double that, I get 50 miles, 50 plus miles on the bike. And 2 batteries will certainly get me there and back if I didn't even pedal. So, I think Vernonia is about, let's see, 30 miles, maybe 28 miles one way. So the 2 batteries with me pedaling would do all the way to Vernonia. But I don't think I want to go all the way there, because I will I will get there and I'll see a restaurant. It's a little pub that sells nice burgers and fries, and I just don't really want to do that today. So got a few things to talk to you about though, and we'll cut in and out of this and try to get you, you know, 2 videos is all I want to do on this. So probably when we get to the Vernonia Trail, we'll end that, which should be 10 miles, and then we'll pick it up again from the Vernonia Trail, all the way up to Stub Stewart, all the way back, and then of course the return trip home. Now, one thing I want to tell you is Happy Veterans Day. This is Veterans Day weekend, and I sure hope that you guys remember your loved ones and those who fought and died, and those who remember those that you have lost. Whether America is right or wrong in all their battles, I don't know about that. Back in the day when I was younger, I used to say, yeah, it was, you know, we're always right. But as you learn, as you get older, you start to learn things and say, well, maybe we're not right to fight that, or whatever. Maybe we got our nose into something we shouldn't have got into, or whatever. That's not about what this ride is about. I just want you to remember your veterans on this day. All right, so Yeah, I didn't, maybe I should have. I didn't bring a patch kit. I didn't bring a lot of tools. I didn't bring any tools. I brought one pair of pliers. But the Vernonia Trail is very nice in that they do provide tools to work on your bikes at certain spots. And if we have to, we'll walk back from wherever we're at to those spots and use the tools. The patch kit is something I should have brought, but I didn't. I kind of feel if I'm going to get a flat, I'm going to get it between here and the trailhead, not here and not the trailhead all the way up to Stub Stewart. Yeah, this is to start with, I think one of the prettiest bikes I have. If not the prettiest, for a 26-inch bike, this is a beautiful bike. The design is beautiful, the looks are beautiful, and it's just a stunning bike. Stunning bike. Yeah, and you'll notice we're already at 90, well, what's it say, 99%. Okay, so that's not bad, 1.1 mile, 99%. The problem is this bike will have some slump in the battery, and it'll show you that it doesn't have as much battery as it does. This bike, I know, goes to about 5% before it kicks off. So, and we got 2 batteries, so I'm not really worried about that. I am wearing the Exnito helmet, but I'm wearing the large helmet, not the extra large helmet, because the battery in the extra large helmet has died, and I need to charge that helmet back up. What I did is I rode it and I put it away with the helmet running, and it eventually just killed the battery. So it does turn on and stuff like that, but I need to charge it. Weather right now is in the 60s. We are just at, I don't know what time. What are we? 9:46, 9:45, and yeah, right around 60 degrees, I'm guessing. Let's take a look. Maybe it's in the upper 50s. I don't know. Let's see. Click, 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 click. 66 degrees. So that's nice. 66 degrees. And it's supposed to get up to 80 today, or 83 or something like that. So today was my day to go. Am I gonna ride, or am I gonna mow and edge and trim, and then maybe head over to my son's house and mow and edge and trim? I decided that everyone I know can wait for my lawn to be mowed, either one more day or sometime late this afternoon. We will see. So, another thing, you guys know I weigh 200, I want to talk about this because other channels talk about this, and I just want to clear my thought about it. So I weigh 255 pounds, 260 all dressed, right? So at 260 pounds, when I do a throttle only ride on any bike I do, and I do it on all of them, my throttle only ride is to show you, if you weigh less than me and you have that bike, that you will expect to get the miles I get versus more or less. Now, if you weigh more than me, throttle only, and you see the terrain is fairly flat, that's kind of what I'm doing it on, something that elevates a few hundred feet up and down over the entire course. And what this does is this gives you your minimum distance at my weight, you should be able to ride your bike. Now, these are just references. Doesn't mean you're going to get more, doesn't mean you're going to get less. You may, depending upon the particular battery set you get, may even change that. But it's a good reference point for you. And I'm not saying this is the maximum you're going to get. I'm saying this is what you should get on a minimum no pedal ride. Now, we'll probably bring this up several times, not today, but in several rides, because it is a topic that people are interested in. And so it's a topic that I feel that I need to cover on every bike that I ride. So someone that has the bike and they say, well, I don't know if I like that bike because it only has 13 amps of power at 48 volts. Well, how far does 13 amps take you? On a flat road with 260 pounds, if I have that bike, that's what it should get you. Now, if you pedal, obviously that will be more. My experiences is upwards of nearly 100% more of that number. So like this bike will do 27 miles without me pedaling with me on it. It should get, with me pedaling, 52. Now, it would also depend on how much I'm pedaling and what PAS level I'm in. This PAS level here, and how I'm riding it, this will probably get in the neighborhood of 42 to 45 miles. Because I'm not putting a lot of effort into it, because I got a long way to go, but I am putting effort into it. Yeah, such a beautiful morning. I figured I'd get out a little bit when, even though at 66, it's got a little bit of nice chill in the air, little chill, not much, but by the time I come back, it's going to be warm. I'll be silent a little bit, and then we will pick back up when we get down here, maybe by the church or a little further down. All right, guys, we're 5 miles in. Battery's at 92%. And if you notice, Blaine, Richard, I forgot my gloves. I'll tell you why I forgot my gloves. So I was putting the rack and the battery on this bike, and it took a little longer than I thought it was going to take. And once I got it on, I went outside, shut the garage door, started up, and forgot them. I really wish I wouldn't have, because I like wearing them. And this is probably the time I'll fall off my bike and scrub my hands, and Blaine will go, "See, Bruce? I told you so." In Blaine's voice. Unique voice. So, couple things. Also, we're going to talk e-bike here in a minute, but yesterday I had to go get my braces put on, or not put on, but adjusted. So they put a different wire on now, a wire that's less flexible and stuff. So when they put it on, it didn't bother me, but last night and today, man, my teeth are hurting. It hurts. It's not a good feeling. My son Jeff says, the first time they put them on, it didn't really bother me at all. But my son Jeff says that'll go away in a couple of days. Take 2 or 3 days, and then you'll be fine. So hopefully that's the case. So when I was putting the battery on, the backup battery. If you notice, my rack is a seat post rack. It's a very small rack. When I got my Magicycle, there was no racks available. So they sent me the bike without a rack, and I've never really asked for a rack. Never thought much about it because I really don't usually carry a secondary battery. But on this trip I figured, well, I'm going a distance, I better take that secondary battery just in case. And I was like, oh, well, I could carry it in a backpack, or I could put it on this little rack that I have in the back. Now, the rack is very small, it's not real big, and it's not real strong, but it seems to be holding the battery okay. So I may have to reach out to Magicycle and ask them for a rack for this bike, because this is truly my what do you call this? This would be my this is my kind of go-to bike if I'm going to ride something that I don't know about, a place that I don't know about, how far I'm going to go. This is probably my go-to bike. It just feels really, really good, and I know it's very reliable. Anything I can say about Magicycle bikes, at least all the ones I've had, and I've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've had 5. Every one is reliable. Every one of them. I was going to ride the Jaguar Undi this week, but I saw my friend Richard got one, and he's doing a pretty good job of promoting that, showing that bike. So I was going to ride that, and then I thought, well, I'll ride the Ocelot Pro, and I thought, no, I'm going up there. Let's ride the Deer. I want a little bit of rear suspension because the trail's not always the best it could be. So I want a little bit of suspension to help me out along the way. So I'm riding alone. My wife is working today. She got a special assignment that she wanted to go take care of. So she's in Vancouver, Washington at work. And so what I did, I texted her where I'm going. Now my wife is very familiar with this ride, and very familiar with the Vernonia Trail. So if something happens, say I get injured or something, she will know where I'm going. She will know where to find me. So I would imagine she'd just send out the sheriffs. They would get a 4x4 out and ride the trail to find me. I'm hoping that nothing like that is going to occur. I don't anticipate that happening, but just as soon as you don't think about it, it happens. So I kind of got my head on a little bit of a pivot, trying to be very careful and make sure that nothing happens to me while I'm riding my bike today. If she's at home working, it's real easy. Hey baby, come pick me up. I'm here at this corner or something. She could come bring the Jeep or the truck and we'd throw a bike in the back, or she could bring a backup battery for me. But in this case, she's away. I want to ride long, so I give her the information. And I would advise that too. If you're going for long rides where you don't normally go, which for me is this stretch, this is my normal stretch, certainly give a loved one a contact of what your route is, because it's no different than anything else in life. Something can happen. Now, here in Oregon, we have black bears, we got cougars, we have, well, they call them mountain lions, I guess, not cougars. Mountain lions, bobcats, elk, no poisonous snakes at all. So I'm not worried about that. I would just avoid them and go around them. So Not many poisonous things in that respect, but animals that certainly would want to hear you and maybe be startled by you and come after you. So that's another reason you give people a notification. All right, guys, you know where we're at now. This is my distance run. This is as far as I go on my distance run. Now we're going to turn right here, and we got about another 1.5 miles or 2, and we should be at the trailhead. Yeah, maybe I'll make this 2 videos and make it just, well, that's what my plan is, 2 videos. But I was going to go to the trailhead, cut you off, and then ride up and back and then home. But maybe on the first one, I'll give you the whole half and then give you the second half at the end of the week. Yeah, it's a degree or 2 warmer now. Feels good. In-N-Out market. That's not an In-N-Out burger, guys. Don't sweat it. I know some of you guys out in the Midwest and East don't have In-N-Out. In-N-Out is basically a inexpensive, very flat-patted hamburger. I would, back east, it's hard to compare to. It's not like a White Castle or Crystal's. It's like a regular burger, kind of like a McDonald's hamburger with onions, pickles, tomatoes, lettuce, like a fully loaded McDonald's single hamburger is basically what it is. Is it good? Yeah, it's real good. I usually get 2. The French fries, I'll have those double fried because they'll make them real crispy. Otherwise, they're kind of limp white potatoes. You have them double fried, and they're crispy, kind of like a potato chippy style because they're real thin potatoes like McDonald's does. But good potatoes. The French fries to me aren't the world's best French fry. A McDonald's French fry is far better. So, hey fellas, yeah. So that's kind of a In-N-Out burger in a nutshell. Now they have shakes, 3 flavors usually. You can make it a malt, but it's a good tasting burger for under $4 or something like that. Get 2 of them, you're pretty happy. I'm pretty happy. And then you can have them all kinds of different ways: animal style, this, that, mustard, blah, you know, just a bunch of different ways. But for me, I just have 2 of them with everything on it like I want, and I'm happy with that. All right, so yeah, we're almost to the trailhead here, guys. So I gotta say this too. I don't, you know, I mean, I talk a lot about my friends that I consider friends on the YouTube, and some of them, like Russ in particular, he has such a great opportunity with all the trails near his house. This is the closest real trail. I think there's others, but I'm just not real sure on where they go. I'm just doing a backup battery check, guys, making sure everything is nice and tight, and it is nice and tight. All right, you can see. How's it going? Good. Is that a Magicycle? What is that? A Hemingway?
Yeah.
Hemingway. Yeah. Cool.
Here's the part I don't like about it.
What's that?
There's no room for me to stand here.
But,
I noticed there's a bike shop here. I thought that was
oh, that's cool. Yeah, yeah. I know they do have bike repair places in between. You could just go up and fix your bike if you know, just down the road. I don't know, every 3 miles or so I see them. So
I see the green bike hub.
yeah.
Oh, so there's like tools.
There's tools. Yeah, I don't know if there is here, but there's usually tools out here, and you just grab them and tighten stuff. Yeah.
I got my little bike Allen wrench thing.
All right. Well, enjoy your ride. Yeah, absolutely.
Go up and turn around and head back.
20 minutes later.
But that was a Hemingway rider from Bend. That was kind of cool. So I think I'm going to ride up to mile 3, and then we'll pull off, and we will check the camera battery again. But we are officially on the Banks to Vernonia Trail. And she just rode the easy part down, because there is a stretch on this that is so nice that your elevation basically keeps you going about this speed, I would guess, for in the neighborhood, I would think of 5 miles, maybe a few pedals, a little bit, but it'll get you about 5 miles. Now, going up, that's not the case. Going up, you got to work it. So when I first had my caulk-off bike, we did this. We did this a number of times on the caulk-off, and going this way is hard work on a 250 watt older e-bike that you have to muscle it, and all it did is give you a third of energy to help you along. Yeah. But we are officially on the Banks Vernonia Trail, guys, and it's beautiful. Beautiful trail. Yeah, at first I thought it might have been a Magicycle from its shape. I thought it was the step through, but then I noticed the headlight is a big old fat little headlight, and I knew right away after I saw it, before she even said it, I said, yeah, that's not a Magicycle. But from the front, not paying attention to that light, yeah, I surely thought it was a Magicycle. Yeah, so at the end of the day here, I definitely need to go back and mow my lawn and get some other stuff done, either today or tomorrow, but probably today. That way it'll leave tomorrow open to go get my son's done. I do have another thing, electric, I want to talk to you about too. So, we currently have the F350 to pull the RV, and at this point we're keeping that, obviously, that and the RV. As little as we use it, we still going to keep it. But Laura's BMW and my Jeep will eventually be going bye-bye. Probably in 2024, and at worst case 2025. And the reason is they're aging out. The Jeep has 125,000 miles on it, which is a lot. The BMW has about 60 on it, which isn't a lot considering as old as the BMW is. It's a 2013, 60,000 miles. Laura drives it to and from work on occasion, and since COVID, it only goes twice a week at the most, and now she even drives a Jeep. But what we're going to convert to, I think, is an electric car. So I've been looking, I've been examining. I was going to buy my son's Grand Cherokee when he traded it in a couple of months. My wife drove it and said it's too big, and she didn't want to buy it because she would be uncomfortable driving it. So I said, well, heck, if we're going to buy new, let's just look at an EV. So I don't just want I'm not just a Tesla guy. I'm going to buy a Tesla, blah, 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 blah. I want to see what I like. And if we were to buy a Tesla, it would be the Y, because the problem with the BMW is it sits so low, it's hard for elderly to get in and out. And as much as I don't want to believe it, I'm elderly. So getting in and out of that thing is a pain. The Jeep is fine, but the BMW is not good. So the Tesla Y is apparently a little taller of an SUV. So that's an option. So it's one I'm going to look at. But I'm looking at some luxury SUVs as well that may be in the same kind of price range, I guess. I don't want to spend a ton of money on one, but I want it to be my, hey, we can go all over Portland area, all over, anything about 150 or 200 miles away, 150 miles away, and get back. So for me, that's like, not quite Eugene, but certainly Corvallis and back. A good hour and a half away and back. That's kind of the goal. And then it can be charged up at home. And you can go to supercharge stations or whatever and get a charge as you're sitting there or eating lunch or something. The plan is not to have to use that too much. But I'm looking at a Cadillac Lyric. Similar price as the Y. And to me, it just looks better. Interior is kind of luxury class, at least in the front. So my thought is I want to get the Cadillac Lyric right now. If I was buying today, I would get a 2024 Lyric. And I just wait for it to be built, wait for it to get here. But I think it's a beautiful car. So that's why that's right now #1 on the list. There's other bikes or other cars called Pulsar and stuff like that, but I don't know that I'm interested in that one. And there's Audis and BMW makes one and stuff like that. Well, I'm not into a $100,000 vehicle. I just want a nice ride, and Cadillac seems to fit that bill right around, probably under 70,000. So that's probably what I'm going to get, unless something comes out that's better in between now and my order date, which I don't know when I'm going to order it. End of the year, first of the year of 2024. Maybe I'll get a 2025 by then. Who knows? I'm not in a rush, and that's a good thing. I got enough vehicles that I'm not in a rush to get one. But pretty excited about what I see from that Cadillac Lyric. And Chevy makes a car, and of course Ford makes vehicles, and so I'm open to anything, but I think what I'm looking at has to be kind of that Cadillac Lyric quality and style. And I don't know if you guys know this, but from here on out, from the Lyric on out, so 2024 on out, Cadillac is no longer building ICE engines. ICE is internal combustion engine. From this point out, they are doing electric only. So they got 2 more models coming out in 2024, 2025, I think. I'll have to look at those. And then you look at the Escalade. They have an Escalade, I think. But damn, Escalades are $150,000. And it's too big for me anyway. I don't want a car like that. That's just too dang big. The Lyric is the right size, I think, and it may be too big when I look at it in person. All right, we should be coming up here real soon on the stopping point to check that battery. Not yet. All right, so also I need to got a little grinding going on in the brake, so I must have a small little pebble up in the brake pad. No, it's good there. Maybe I knocked it out. Sounds fine. Yeah, so pretty excited about that. Reach my hand back, feel the battery. Battery is nicely still up there, so here we go. Oh, this is where I was thinking of stopping to look. Yeah, I was thinking about stopping here and taking a quick look, but I'm gonna pass it by. Nice smelling cedar right there. How you doing? Yeah, I might make it all the way there and all the way home without having to change out batteries, and that's a good indicator for me of how far I can go. Yeah, that's a good thing, because that will be, gosh, 10, 20, 30, almost 40 miles. And that's kind of what I expected. I expect this to do 40 or 50 miles on the battery at the level I'm pedaling. Now I could slow it down and pedal harder, but why? Yeah, so almost going all electric except for my my hauler, my RV hauler. Pretty excited about going electric on the car. I'm not doing it because I'm, you know, I need to save money on gas, even though gas here is $4 a gallon. I think charging, from what I'm seeing, is about a 30%. So it'll cost you maybe, I don't know, 18 bucks. So it's less than that. 18 bucks a charge or something. And maybe from home here in Oregon, maybe it's cheaper. I don't know. I know our kilowatt price is pretty cheap. So as long as our kilowatt price is cheap, but they're talking about raising that too. They're talking about raising it 50%. But even raising it 50%, you're looking at under 30 cents a kilowatt, maybe even less. So pretty excited about that. Pretty happy that I won't be stopping at gas stations. I'll just go drive the car till it gets low and just make sure I plug it in at night. For us, 300 miles is probably every 5 to 7 days. Pretty much the American standard, 1,200 miles a month. Pretty much the American standard. Yeah, so I'm also only showing you my chest view. I did bring the 360 cam with me. Not going to use that yet. And I still have one pretty important thing I want to tell you when we get down here and we start episode 2 of the Vernonia Trail here. Yeah. How you doing?
Hey.
On your left. Thank you. Coming up on your left. Thank you. Well, holy cow, what a beautiful, beautiful day. Felt the battery slip back a little bit. Still okay. Let me check it and let me just verify with my hand. Yeah. Yeah, she's still okay. We will check it a little bit more when we get to a stop. Hi. Maybe we'll stop and check it on the bridge in the sunshine. All right. Be nice to be able to get down there. There's a little park down there with some picnic benches and stuff. Very nice. So we knocked it back a little bit, but see how beautiful the skin is? Love it. All right, let's take a look at the battery again. Click. Plenty. I think we can truly make it up to the top and then switch out. The good thing is when these trees make a root break through the asphalt, they typically are pretty good at putting white lines in to show you that there is a bump right there in the asphalt. Yeah. So battery is showing 43% left. That's okay. The biggest problem is going up. We are elevation. Going up in elevation. Coming back, we'll be going down in elevation, so it will not be a big deal at all. And I don't know if you guys can tell by the video, but we are definitely climbing. Yeah, this is about typical what I'd expect on the trail. I've seen it heavier and I've seen it lighter. Appreciate it, thank you. I think we're coming up here to stub. Close. Not real sure. You don't know what 10 miles feels like on it until you're riding it, so yeah, maybe not. Doesn't feel like 10 miles to me. But you'll see on the way down on, I think it'll be Friday's video, that I probably don't have to pedal for 4 miles or so, because the elevation is that much that you don't have to pedal, except very little, for 4 or 5 miles. Yeah, so it's kind of where we're at. On your left. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. There's a critter, see? A little one. Little gray squirrel. Yeah, this is the nicest trail we have locally, in my opinion. We have power line trails and stuff like that in the city. Those are nice. They're okay. Oh boy, there's a couple of critters out here. But this is our, this is really the best one that's, gosh, really what, within 10 miles of my house. So any bike that I have that has dual batteries or dual battery capabilities, this will be from my house. A couple of trips this summer doing. And of course, if we go to Stub Stewart, stay at Stub Stewart, we will as well ride bikes from there. And that way we'll ride both ways. We'll ride from Stub Stewart to Vernonia and from Stub Stewart to Banks. Typically Banks would be a breakfast ride and Vernonia would be a lunch dinner ride. Yeah, remember back there I thought I was close? I don't think I'm even close still. Maybe though, we'll see. Hard to tell when all you're looking at is shade and trees. Also, another, a former company reached back out to me and asked if I wanted some accessories and if I would do a video promoting their accessories with their bike. And I'm very well aware of them. I have their bike. So they're going to send me some products and we'll review the products on the bike. What they're sending me, I have no idea. Didn't ask. It doesn't matter because the bike is cool. So when that comes, we'll review those on a ride. See, got those white marks all over, and what do? Ride right over them. That's because I was looking down to see what my battery percentage was. .31 on the Deer, it goes down to 5, so I got about 26% left. And you got to remember, we're going to be going, our elevation going back is going to be going down, so we should certainly get back to Banks. And then I might have to change out the battery to get the rest of the way home. I don't know, but elevation and weight eat up battery. And going this way, I don't know if I'm even in top speed. No, I wasn't in top speed. I'm gonna reduce that. Eats up battery as well. I'm in PAS 5. I think I have 7 set right now. Going back down, I'll reduce it because a lot of it will be just riding, not needing power. Yeah, I think this is the entrance. Yeah, this is the entrance to Stub Stewart right here. Well, we're down to 28%. We'll change out the battery sitting right here, and then not the bike battery, but the camera battery, and head back. So we're going to turn it off at 27% and see what she records coming back to life. That's part 1 of this 2-part ride. I hope you enjoyed coming up to Stub Stewart. Now we'll head back. Let's take a look at what the sign says. The sign says nothing important in terms of how far. Only things that are a quarter, 1 mile, 1.5 miles. All right, guys, we're going to turn this battery off and put a new one on. All right, guys, that's the video for the day. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share, and subscribe below, and we'll see you on the next episode.